Hi, my name is Ben Case, and I am honored to be a 2023 California Teacher of the Year candidate from Orange County. I'm going into my 17th year as the Instrumental Music Director at Northwood High School in Irvine, where I also serve as Arts Department Chair. To me, teaching is far more than disseminating information. It's about fostering connections with students through the curriculum. If you ask the kids in my program, they will tell you that I don't teach music, I teach students. And it's with this philosophy that I approach each aspect of what I do. In college, I was a skipper on the world-famous Jungle Cruise at Disneyland. I went around telling jokes, but no matter how many trips I took, it never got old because the guests were different every time. They didn't realize it, but they were the ones in control. Jokes that landed for one trip fell flat the next, and I quickly learned the importance of listening to my audience and allowing them to help shape the material. There are a lot of similarities between working on Jungle Cruise and teaching. Several different ways to describe the same concepts. Listening to the guests to see what works and what doesn't, and animatronic zebras. Much like being a Jungle Cruise skipper, I would say the entire teaching profession is all about listening. By truly listening to our kids and allowing ourselves to be vulnerable in the process, our students gain a sense of ownership in their learning. Making mistakes is scary, and the students are more comfortable to take these creative risks when they see us doing the same. Last winter, I learned how to play bagpipes so I could perform alongside my kids on a concert. They saw my struggles and were super supportive all along the way. We recently held an alumni concert for my kids who missed out on performing when everything shut down due to the pandemic. Seeing them all come back and reconnecting with each other drove home why I teach. It's not about the material. It's about creating community and supporting one another. It's about students owning their experiences, connecting with the world through their art, and using this to make positive change. It's about belonging to something bigger than just themselves. My family and I were up in Monterey, and we came across a street musician. We listened for a while, and each of my kids put $1 in the man's hat, and we got to talking. My daughter, who was a percussionist at our middle school, was fascinated by the different instruments that he played. He told us that he worked for a local music studio, but that he loved coming out and just playing for passersby. As he continued with his rationale, he pretty much summed up mine for why I teach. It's not for this, pointing to the money in the hat, but it's for this, the connections and the family. Thank you again so much for your consideration, and as always, all the best.